It's rich, it's savory, it's vegetable soup. We're going to start by prepping all the vegetables here. I'm using zucchini, celery, and parsnips, but you can use any vegetables that you have in your freezer, your fridge, or your garden. This is basically like a glorious afterlife for all of those vegetables, so don't be afraid to use them up. I'm using a dough scraper here to help clear my cutting board. Peel some carrots, throw in another carrot flip for good luck, of course. Don't worry about being too precise with your cuts here unless you want to work on your knife skills, that's great, but if not, it's fine. They are going to tenderize in this soup anyways, so no worries there. I'm going to finely dice an onion, and this is going to cook down in a whole bunch of magic in just a second. Let's smash and peel some garlic. Now, I like to use my knife for this. I'm pretty old school and prefer to do it by hand, but that's just me. I would definitely suggest you use whatever method is most comfortable for you. But this is pretty badass, so I think you should try it out. Okay, we're ready to go to the pot. A little bit of olive oil and fresh bay leaves in the bottom of the pot until they sizzle. Add your finely minced onion and give it a stir. Season with kosher salt and add your aromatic herbs. We're going to sweat the onions for a couple minutes with the help of that kosher salt, and then we're going to add our butter and our garlic. Now, this is where the flavor train really starts chugging along here. This Spanish paprika is going to add an incredible depth of flavor and smokiness here. We're going to add about a teaspoon and stir it all in with the butter, get it toasting nicely. We're not so much caramelizing these onions yet, but we are reducing out that whey that is in the butter. This will only take a minute until it starts to kind of fry again, so keep your eyes on it and stir it a few times. Next up on our flavor journey is some old school tomato paste. Add a few tablespoons and stir really well to combine. Now this is where a lot of the magic happens. We want to toast this tomato paste until it's sticky, jammy, and caramelized. Go in with all of your vegetables and incorporate really well with that tomato paste mixture. These veggies are going to cook down for probably about 20 minutes before you add your liquid. Add the tomatoes, the water, and a hefty seasoning of kosher salt. Now let's cover it and bring it up to a boil. At this point, you want to start skimming away the frothy stuff that comes to the surface, but we don't want to skim away too much of that beautiful, flavorful fat that we worked so hard on. A ladle will make this step a breeze. Go ahead and add your greens. I'm using frozen chopped spinach here. In go the beans and, of course, trusty Parmesan rind. Cook this on a low, lazy simmer for a couple hours. As those flavors develop, you'll want to taste it for seasoning, maybe a couple more times. And we're going to finish it off with some chopped fresh basil. Stir that in to combine, and you're done. Okay, let's plate. A few ladles into a warm bowl. We're going to garnish with my kale pesto. Recipe can be found on my website. Some grated parm, and we're done. It's delicious, it's nutritious, it's vegetable soup.